So, with this weekend being Fernando Alonso's home Grand Prix, the Spanish Grand Prix, what better way to preview it than show you the world's best drivers, the 20 best drivers in the world, taking turns 1 and 2 of the Spanish Grand Prix. Now, the finest illustration of this is from the 2021 Spanish Grand Prix, where we'll go through the onboards of each of those drivers and show you that rundown to turn 1 and what each of these drivers has to contend with. So starting off with the 20th competitor on the grid, Nikita Mazepin. Let's go. It's lights out and away we go. 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 There we go. It's lights out and away we go. Well, you can hear that engine note starting to decelerate now. So he's decelerating for that corner. There's the 150 board. Racing line, because there's nobody competing against him, he's in last position. He got bogged down on the start because, he's a bit shit. So he's now taking the racing line because he's not racing anybody, so he can take the best line for the optimum line. This is the racing line. Wide on entry. Clipping the curb in. Oh, he missed the apex. Oh, he's got to hit that apex. No, he hasn't. He can go around there. Stays in the middle of the track around here. And clips the curbing of turn 2. So now, on board with the Williams of Nicholas Latifi. Now, in this season, the Williams has got the advanced tech. They're employing the use of the onboard TomTom satellite navigation unit, the future. So, and it's lights out and away we go. He's slowing down a bit because there's a car in front of him. 300 metres to go to the corner. And there's the braking for the corner. There's the 150 board. Okay. If there's a gap there and you don't go for it, you're no longer a racing driver, Nicholas. Or maybe that would have caused a crash. See, cars are locking up a little bit. But watch them all go round the corner, 2 abreast. Let's see who's running who out off the track. Goes round that corner, leaving space on exit for a car on his outside. Checking his satellite navigation unit to make sure he's on the right track. Well done you, Nicholas. Who we got here? Mick Schumacher. And it's lights out and away we go. Reactions of a cat. I sometimes make these noises when I'm driving myself. There he is, slowing down for the corner. Does it make you feel like a real man making these noises yourself too? There we go, round the outside, plenty of room there, keeping space on for cars on the inside and not getting run off the track. Excellent stuff there, Mick. Although you're nowhere near as good as your dad. Who's this? Kimi Raikkonen. It's lights out and away we go. Medium tyres for Kimi. You could hear him come off the accelerator to start braking for the corner. 150. The down changes. Leaving space on his inside, looking to take advantage of this gap, but he's not running the car on his outside out of track room. That's what you get when you're a world champion of sorts. Yuki Tsunoda. It's lights out and away we go. So Yuki's on the inside. He's got to take a tight line into this corner. You can hear him just come off the gas. That was the 150 board. This is the 100 board ahead of him. Deceleration, deceleration, deceleration. Got to make it around the corner, haven't you, Yuki? You can hear all the down changes. He's trying to move himself, a bit wider to the left to widen that corner out to carry so much extra speed in there so that he doesn't understeer. So they can hug the apex around here. Oh, that's not the apex. This is called the curbing, kids. This is the curbing. Apex can be any point around here, depending on where you enter and where you exit. Apex would be about the midpoint as you're flattening your steering out. After turning into the corner, you then need to steer out of that corner. That's the point of the apex, and that can vary, not a fixed point. Notice the car on his outside didn't cut across his nose and try and run him out of track room there. And notice that Yuki himself went around the curve, not across the track to the other side of the track. They're all very well behaved so far, aren't they? Who are we on to next? The Williams of Horio Rascal, the Spanish driver, also requiring the use of the satellite navigation unit at this event. Here we go. It's lights out and away we go. You can hear him put his foot on the brakes there. 150. Are we noticing a pattern here, kids? Down change, down change, down change, down change. It's a 600-metre run down to this first corner. And hence they accelerate up to pretty close to top speed, and then they have to brake to decelerate to take an appropriate speed into that corner. Otherwise, if you carry too much speed into the corner, you don't make that corner. You don't go round the corner because the car wants to carry on in that straight line. That's what you have to do. It's not a computer game, kids. You can't go round the corner at 200 miles an hour on whatever settings the computer game allows you to. It doesn't work like that in real life. Well done, George. This lad knows where he's going. Who are we up to now? Antonio Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo. Let's have a look. It's lights out. And away we go. Well done, Antonio. This AlphaTauri was coming across on you, and you did well to back out there. Okay, you did well. Took evasive action. We've got a glimpse of the car on his inside. So what's he doing now? He's slowing down. 150. Would appear that the car on his inside backed out. Lots of space on Antonio's left-hand side for plenty of cars to be there. Well done. So we're on to the Aston Martin team. This is before Adrian Newey's genius arrived. This is Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world champion. Here we go. It's lights out and away we go. So, Seb's going for the inside line at turn 1. What's he going to do as a world champion? What does world champions do on the inside line at turn 1 in Spain? Let's have a look. Going into the braking zone. Where is he relative to his teammate Stroll in the other Aston Martin there? Oh, his front wheel is probably level with the back wheel. Is he halfway alongside? No. No, let's see what he does. Slows down, doesn't he? He's got to take a tighter line around that corner. He can't carry so much extra speed that it's understeer, 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 and runs the other car off the track. No, Seb slows down. Seb knows. Oh, his teammate locks up. Seb's left room for cars on his outside on exit of that corner. Well done, Seb. Well done. Who are we with now? The AlphaTauri of... Which driver is this? Pierre Gasly. It is... We've got to look up here. Lights out and away we go. 150 board. He's easing off the throttle. Braking, down change, down change. We've got a corner coming up. We've got to slow down for it. Well done, Pierre. Aston on the outside, leaving your track room. That's nice of him. Lancelot Stroll, again, before Adrian Newey's genius arrived at Aston Martin. Now, we're still waiting for Adrian Newey's genius to arrive at Aston Martin. That's scheduled to arrive when the Honda engine arrives as well. So we'll look forward to that. So, on board with Lancelot Stroll, it's lights out, and away we go. We're starting to slow down for the corner. Even Lancelot Stroll knows when to slow down to make it around the corner. We're about at the 150 board, aren't we? Slowing down more than the car on his outside. Why is that? Oh, because there's cars around him. And not only that, he's got to take a tighter line, meaning he can't carry so much extra speed. Otherwise, he'll be guilty of understeer, and committing infringement. Nobody wants that. Leaves room for a car on his inside. Well done, you, Lancelot. Leaves room for a car on his outside. Well done, Lancelot. Who won the right to the corner? Who won the race to the apex? Who can just fuck the other car off the track? Right, riding on board with Pointless Alonso. Now, Pointless Alonso is a double world champion in a Flavio Briatore team. Flavio Briatore teams are cheat teams. Yeah. Now, there was suspicions raised when Flavio Briatore was the team principal of the Benetton team, whilst Michael Schumacher won 2 of his world championships at that Benetton team. Flavio Briatore is supposed to have links with the mafia there in Italy, and the guy that was raising questions about the legality of that Benetton team happened to die at a Grand Prix in Italy. Probably no link. I just thought I'd say that just happened, didn't it? It just happened. Don't you worry, little heads. Anyway, Fernando Alonso, beneficiary of being at the Flavio Briatore team to win his 2 world championships and the race where his teammate crashed. The first night race ever. Very lucrative over there in Singapore. Anyway, don't worry about that. That's nothing to worry about. That's not linked in any way. Let's have a look at what Fernando does two-time world champion. How does a two-time world champion take turn 1 in Spain? And it's lights out, and away we go. Vamos! So, Fernando's challenging Lando. Fernando's got the inside line. Is Fernando almost halfway alongside Lando? It looks like it could be. Is he in a position to challenge at this corner? Looks like he could be. Let's have a look what happens. Woohoo! It's exciting. Oh, he slowing down, didn't he? Slowed down. I missed it. I got too excited and missed when he started hitting the brakes. Let's play it again. There you go, there's a down change just past the 150 metre board. On the inside, Fernando started decelerating. With Lando on his outside, who's going to win the race to the apex? It's exciting. How come the cars on his outside are going faster than Fernando now? Oh, it's because he's on the inside. He has to take a slower speed into this corner because he's on a tighter line. Otherwise, he'll understeer, and fuck off to the other side of the track and not make the corner properly. Every double world champion knows that. Oh, there's a front wheel, there's a car right next to him as he's going round the corner. Oh, did he not have the right to that corner? Did he not have the right to just bunt the other car off the track? Oh, is that what we call racing? Is this when we go car racing? Is this what we call let them race, Fernando? That was from Fernando's perspective. Now from Lando's perspective, what happened here? Here's Lando. It's lights out and away we go. See that speed moderation, because a car moved in front of him, you just have to feather the throttle slightly. You can't give it the full beans because you've just got to leave that bit of a margin for safety. And he started to slow down because of the proximity of the car in front of him, just outside the 150 board. Fernando was able to stay on it for a bit longer because he didn't have something directly in front of him. There's Fernando all the way over there, now well ahead. But Lando can carry so much extra speed because he's on the wider line. Held back by Perez here. Speed dictated by Perez's car ahead of him. So there's that. Now we are with Sergio Perez, the Mexican Minister of Defense, although he hadn't accrued that title by then. I won't use the word earned. It was illegal. This year's regulations, 33.4. Driving in an erratic manner. Let's have a look what Sergio's capable of. Checo. It's lights out and away we go. The 150 board, and we can come off the gas. We hear the engine note coming off the gas at the 150 board. Recognised by all of these drivers. Around about that point, that's where you come off the gas to start slowing down to make it around that corner. There you go, you're on the outside, you make the curve around the corner. Well done, Checo. Who are we on now? Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger. It's lights out and away we go. Got some shit on your front tyre there, Daniel. Oh, we're easing back, aren't we? 150 board. Great view as well. Great view out the front of the cockpit there, Daniel. Oh, you fighter. Daniel went in a bit hot there, and the car then got through. The Ferrari made it through. Who are we with now? Carlos Sainz. It's lights out. Vamos. He's having a look. He's having another look. He's having a slow down just before the 150. Slowing down, changing down, taking an appropriate line and an appropriate speed for the corner. Tucking in, going around the right-hander, leaving space for cars on his outside. Esteban Ocon. It's lights out, and away we go. Va-va-voom. Or is it alley, alley, alley? Is that the Eiffel Tower on Esteban's helmet there? That's lovely. Looks like he's going to chuck it up the inside. Even chucking it up the inside, he's braking now. He's come off the gas. Very late though, is Esteban, very late. Where's he relative to the Ferrari? Well, his front wheels are behind the Ferrari's back wheels. So he's not a halfway alongside that Ferrari. What's he going to do now? Braking hard, isn't he? He's not entitled to be left track room on the inside there because he's not made it to where he needs to be afforded track room. The Ferrari's the one that's entitled to the line around this corner. Even the French drivers know that. Leaves room on his outside. Well done, Esteban. Charles Leclerc, one of the world's greatest qualifiers, in fourth. And it's lights out and away we go. Nearly there. Slowing down now, aren't we? We've come off the gas because we're on a tight line going into this corner. And we've got to slow down. Valtteri Bottas is on our outside. What's going to happen now? Oh, sparks. Leaves room on his outside. Looks to have stayed in fourth. Valtteri Bottas. And it's lights out and away we go. Where is everybody relative to one another at this moment in time? Well, Max's front wheels are behind Lewis's back wheels, aren't they? The front wing might be in line, or well, yeah, maybe in line with the back wheels of the Merc. He's not halfway alongside, is he? 150, that's about where everyone starts coming off the gas and braking. Sometimes it's halfway between the 150 and the 100, but let's have a look. Max is about fully behind at this stage. Even you draw that line along there, he's fully behind, isn't he? The 100-metre board. Everybody's done their braking by now. Max is, that front wing is fully behind. The back wheels. The 75 metres. The front wing is still behind. Almost 50 metres. The front wheels still aren't even level. "25 metres now. Front wheels only just about ahead of the back wheels. That's not halfway alongside." Sparks flying from Max's car. This looks a bit dicey. Looks a bit dangerous. What's going to happen? So the car that's entitled to the line around this corner, the racing line, because the car on the inside has to yield, what happens? Oh, that car doesn't go around here, does it? It starts going across there. Oh, that Mercedes in front of Valtteri's teammates had to steer out of it. To avoid a collision. He's just been crowded on the track by a driver throwing his car in there. Oh, that's a penalty. There was one driver that had to contend with that as a result of this. Let's have a look. It's lights out. And away we go. Well, that was the 150. I've not heard anything change yet. There's the 100. Only now, just as we get to the 50. And he's not halfway alongside. This is where you yield. This is where you realise that you've not earned the right to racing room around this corner. The car that is ahead of you is the car that is entitled to the line around this corner, and you've got to back out. Oh, you carried so much extra speed that now you're departing from going around that curve there in the direction of that corner there. Where do you go? Oh, you come off over to here. Out of all of those cars, which of the 20 cars went from the corner that we've just come through on turn 1 straight across to this side of the track? Oh, just one of them. Who had to get out of the way of that? Let's look at the steering input. That steering input to get round there at that speed. Now we've got more of a lock over. What do you think's going to happen? Oh, opened it out. Opened it out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at his steering wheel now. Watch this steering wheel. Steers left. There. And again. So, at the start, oh, steady on. At the start of this season, Martin told us we were witnessing two of the greatest drivers this sport had ever seen. At that stage, Max had just won 10 Grand Prix and 0 World Championships. But Martin told everybody that we were watching two of the greatest that we'd ever seen. Now we're riding on board with an 8-time world champion. Let's have a look. He's just chilling. Look at his hands. He's just chilling. He's having a look. You see, Lewis hung it out there because he saw what was coming. But Lewis is on the outside and can carry more speeding because he's taking a wider turn. But having hung it out there, knowing that the other guy has to yield because the other guy is not halfway alongside, Lewis now needs to try and be on the racing line to make it across to the curbing on the inside to remain on track on the outside. The exit of the turn. Look at Lewis's steering input. He's got the entitlement to that racing line. Look at his steering wheel. Look what he's had to do now, because there's a car that's just sent it up the inside. He's trying to make a right-hand turn. He's had to now take evasive action. Look at, he's having to now steer back to the left. And then regain control. So we'll watch that back again. Watch Lewis's hands. Look at what he has to do. Checking, you can see he's looking in his mirror. He knows that that's his line. He knows the rules of engagement. You can see the angle of his head. He's checking his mirrors. He knows that's his corner. What the fuck is he doing there? Now, what would I know? I mean, you see, what we need to do is rely on the experts of the sport to tell us how it really is, because don't trust my commentary at all. What would I know? Let's have a listen to the experts from Sky Sports.
And the drivers looking at the lights, and then the 600-metre dash from pole down towards the first braking zone. 5 lights ahead of the drivers. It's lights out and away we go. And I think Verstappen got a slightly better start than Lewis Hamilton, and also Charles Leclerc a better start than Valtteri Bottas. Hamilton is just leading ahead then of Max Verstappen on the inside of the Ferrari Esteban Ocon as Verstappen goes into turn 1 and goes past the Mercedes. He got his elbows out there, Max Verstappen, and takes the lead of the race.
He got his elbows out. He got his elbows. I didn't see his elbows out of the car. No, but he got his elbows out.
He's from Lewis Hamilton and then Valtteri Bottas. They're all clean through the first couple of corners, but that was such an important move for...
They're all clean. That's clean, that is. That's clean.
Verstappen, and he got it done well. Once again.
He got it done well.
And Verstappen with razor blades on his elbows.
Razor blades on his elbows. You know, I play quite a number of sports, you see. And if I took the sporting field with razor blades on my elbows, I think the referee might have something to say. I think he might say, you're not allowed to play. You're not allowed to play with razor blades on your elbows, okay? I don't know if any of you play any sport at all and ever have tried playing that sport with razor blades on your elbows, but generally it's frowned upon, okay? Maybe there is sports out there that you can play with razor blades on your elbows. I can't think of one. Let me know in the comment section if you play a sport with razor blades on your elbows. Anyway, let's carry on.
And he would not yield. All fair. It was good racing, and Lewis did well to just step out of it. And
all fair. It was good racing. That's good racing, and Lewis did well to step out of it.
And live for another 66 laps.
Yeah. Jump out of the way of some lunatic that's just going to throw his car out you. Oh, that's razor blades on the elbows. That's Elbows out. That's argy-bargy. No, that's dangerous fucking driving. See, 19 of the 20 don't drive like that. But the one that does, oh, that's the best you've ever seen. No, it's not. That is a C-nut. Anyway, enjoy this weekend's Spanish Grand Prix. Thank you all for your time.